Right, welcome to episode 2 of the Rally Prep Cod. No, let's do that again.
Rally Prep Cod piece.
I'm very good at editing. Right, let's start again then. Okay, right, welcome to episode 2 of the
Weaver Brothers Rally Prep Podcast.
Well done, excellent. And this episode is all going to be about marshalling. Everyone gets really excited or worried about not getting enough competitors to take part in a rally of this sort of stage. But I think more importantly, we need to think about the people that run the event, because without those people, it's not happening, isn't it? We can have a full field of cars and competitors, but if we don't have enough people to help organise the event, we're just going to have to cancel it, aren't we? So, right, so joining me today, Thomas Cowley.
Good morning.
What's your role in the rally?
I am the stage commander.
Rob Heimer.
I am Chief Marshal.
Brilliant. And we're just going to gas about the roles of marshals and event organisers. And if you want to get involved, how you can do so. Right, so go on then. Who's going to talk to me about the role of the average marshal or the marshal roles that are available?
What we need is people on road junctions, footpaths, right-of-ways to stop members of the public entering the stage. So your role as a marshal is to control people, to an effect. You're not there to shout and scream at people, it's just purely for safety. So we need marshals on the start of the stage and at the finish point of the stage. We have an arrivals team, so the cars will arrive at the stage. They will then give them a time that they are to go to the start. From there, obviously, the cars go to the start, and then there's the start marshals. Obviously, the rest of the marshals are throughout the stage, making sure people are safe, etc. When you get to the finish, we have a flying finish. You've got marshals that will give you a time at the end, and there's also a marshal past them that will then take your time card.
There's an awful lot
There's
involved.
A hell of a lot of people involved in this.
So at the moment, the marshals and the organisers, who's making up that group of people?
Yeah, it's Isle of Wight car clubs. It's members of the public that have a genuine interest in rallying and motorsport in general. Last year we ran the historic sporting trial, so a lot of the people from that have come onto marshalling this year as well. But it's just general members of the public, people that just want to get out and about and help do something.
Just like the sprint, have we got help from other motorsport clubs?
Yeah, there's a couple of clubs that are involved as well.
Go on then, name them.
I'm not going to make a fool of myself and name them.
Go on, here we go. Joe, who's coming to help?
Yeah,
basically professional marshals.
Yeah, there is professional marshals. There's people that are, there's a lady that comes over from the mainland. She does anything and everything. She's done the RAC last year.
Wow.
And then she's emailing me, can I have, where are we with the ferry travel, where are we with this, and she's like well on it straight away.
Often known as the Orange Army.
Yeah, 100%.
As far as rallying is concerned, it's a fairly small event, as in it's one stage that we do one direction and then the other. However, how many marshals do we need to run this event?
Last year, between 60 and 70 marshals.
Holy cow.
Now, where we're stood now, there was 3 this side of the road and there's 3 the other side of the road. There was 2 at the first junction down here. Then you had the start marshals, arrivals, someone on the road closure from the main road, various points right the way through. And the cow shed, there was probably 10 people stood there, and then all down Rowlands Lane, etc. There was people everywhere. All you could see was just orange.
We're going to talk about spectating in a future episode, but obviously, where we are in the woods now, there are certain areas where it will be controlled and, let's say, safe for people to spectate. The cow shed is a classic example.
Yeah.
And then you only have to walk through the woods here, and like we are now, there are footpaths everywhere. Yeah. So I'm guessing at every footpath junction
footpath needs a marshal.
To make sure that somebody's just randomly walking their dog.
Also, what you don't want to do, obviously, is ruin it for people.
No, everyone's here for the fun.
We're here to make sure people are safe and this can run again.
So if somebody does want to become a marshal, do you have to be an experienced motorsport person?
Not at all. If you register with Motorsport UK, you can do various marshal training for free.
Yeah.
With that, they then send you your own marshal tabard.
Nice.
They'll also send you a card, so your marshal registration card.
So you'll get basic online training
Basic
through
online
the Motorsport
training, yeah.
UK.
Yeah,
You
for
just
free.
have to, for
All
free,
you got
yeah.
to do is register with Motorsport UK and you get this training
And
for free.
it opens up not the opportunity to come and help marshal at the island stages here, but also at any
event.
any
event.
motorsport
Yeah,
event in
you
the
just-
future.
yeah.
That sounds amazing. I'd say it's often we say that you can get really close to motorsport nowadays. However. If you want to get really close to it, you want to become a marshal or an
100%.
organizer because
Yeah,
you're stood right next to the
You're
the
right in the
road.
thick of it, yeah.
But also back at Newport, where the service area or the pits,
Yeah, down the
depending,
quay, yeah.
there's an awful lot going on there,
Yeah.
and organisers. So there's
There's marshals in there.
because there's timing and
Yeah.
and so if somebody wants to apply to be a marshal, basically they would be a marshal rather than an admin type
Yes,
thing.
100%, yeah.
Because
Yeah.
I suppose you do need a bit of extra training and
Yeah.
but that's something you can work into, isn't it?
Oh yeah,
Once
definitely.
you're-
Yeah, you can take your marshalling to whatever point you want to. There's various courses that are run by various clubs and Motorsport UK around the country all year round. So if you want to go even further with it, then you've just got to push yourself, haven't you?
Why not? Excellent. That's
why not?
perfect. Right, Thomas. Go on then. What was your role?
My role was stage commander.
Stage
So
guy. It sounds amazing.
There's a hierarchy of control.
Do you get medals and things like
Thank
that?
heavens, no. No, I don't. So you have the clerk of the course, who is the person who says yay or nay to pretty much everything in terms of what goes ahead.
Yeah.
And then you have the safety delegate, who's from the Motorsport Association as well. And then below them, I'm the guy on the ground at the start of the stage who's listening to what the people who are involved with the radios and the safety are saying and just understanding whether it's okay to have the stage open or closed.
Yes.
Because at the end of the day, as Rob's explained, there's an awful lot of stuff that can happen on the stage, and there needs to be a point man who actually says, yes, it's okay for the stage to be open, or no, there's something happening. And last year we had an example with a drone where we had to close the stage and make sure that there wasn't a drone doing low flights over the stage, causing problems and just too much risk for that event and going against MSA policy. And it was closed, and then it was up to me to say at what point we actually reopen that.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of very important people from MSA and other clubs who are going to be involved, but actually being on the ground, you've got to have someone who's the point man who says go, no go.
Yeah, because I think rallying is really different to circuit racing or anything like that, where basically you can see the whole thing,
Yes.
and it's an enclosed fence there, and you shouldn't
The
have
risk
anything.
is so much higher because, as Rob said, you've got a lot of people who are going to come into the stage from the rights of way,
Yeah.
and there's a lot of unexpected behaviour from people, dogs for instance as well, because it's not
we'll
a closed
talk,
environment.
we'll talk about pets and children and things later, but yeah.
So it's just making sure that we have that intel on the ground of what's going on. The radio people, again, who are all marshals who volunteer, come from around the country to actually coordinate the comms for this. And then that's coordinated down to the people at the start and finish with the timing, with the yes, no.
Yeah.
And I guess my role's kind of detached from a lot of this because it's just one thing to say yes, go, don't go. But then it's also briefing the marshals at the start to make sure it's someone who's kind of set apart from the marshals, who's saying, right, this is what you should do, this is what you shouldn't do, and kind of handling, as Rob said, 60, 70 people through that process to start with to make sure they were all understanding where they should be, what they should be doing, what they shouldn't be doing as well. It all falls to me as that small part of the organisation.
Joe Moore knows the stuff.
I do.
Go on, explain
I've
what your
done-
role at the
Event
rally.
safety officer.
Oh, there you go. Look, there we go.
Yeah. And on this rally, because of the size of it, we have a separate spectator safety officer as well. So,
Got you.
first safety car through is the 000.
Okay, so 000. And what type of
000.
car is that? Is that a rally car?
No, that will
No?
be a normal road car.
Just your average people carrier, whatever.
It's got to be reliable. It's got to carry equipment.
And it doesn't have to go fast. It's
Doesn't have to
literally
go
going to
fast.
drive there. And who's sat in the 000 car?
In the 000 car,
Yeah.
you will have the spectator safety officer and the deputy clerk.
Okay, and what are they doing? They're driving down at normal
They're-
road speed, looking for what?
They're looking at normal road speed. They're looking for any issues on the stage. They're looking to check that the stage has been set up in accordance with the safety plan.
So they're checking to make sure all the signs are in place, the
Exactly.
tape and the chicanes are all in the right place and things like that.
Exactly.
And nobody's cocked around with it before the start.
Yeah.
Excellent.
No one's forgotten anything, and that
Yeah.
it is as it should be.
And then the second safety car goes down. And what number was that?
Safety delegate.
Okay, what number is that?
It's got no number.
There's no number. Oh,
it's
okay.
the safety delegate.
Okay, all right then.
Just to ruin the system.
Yeah.
So the safety delegate is a Motorsport UK official. They
Okay.
are the highest official at the event. and they have the power to cancel the event at any point.
Okay.
If they're not happy with something, they will
So
make a recommendation.
They're the grown-ups. They're the grown-ups. The grown-ups come down to
They're
make sure,
very grown-up.
make sure the children are behaving themselves and following the
safety
rules.
delegates are incredibly important. It's an additional layer of safety checks and experience at every single event.
And what are they looking for? Everything, basically.
They will again go through and check that everything's been set up in accordance with the plan, because they will have looked at the plan ahead of the event and said, okay, yes, this is reasonable, this is not reasonable. So they'll go through and make sure that everything's been set up in accordance with the plan, and anything else that they see on the ground in that moment.
Okay.
Spectators in the wrong place that have moved back after the spectator safety officer has told them not to stand in a particular place, for example. They are there as Motorsport UK's highest representative. Motorsport UK's other representative, the steward, is restricted to sitting in rally control for the day, so they can't go out and look at the stage. In our case, we've only got one stage route, but in some large rallies you'll have 4, 5, 6, 7 different stage routes,
And they're all,
and you can't be everywhere at once.
No.
So
Okay, so once they've given us the green light,
they'll go through, they won't stop and action anything, but they may well pass a message on to the next safety car, which is the 00.
oh, okay, right. So 000,
Safety
safety
delegate,
delegate, then the
00.
00. And the 00 is just another, again, just a normal
It's
car.
just a normal car.
Yeah, and who's in that?
Event safety officer.
Okay.
And a driver, in our case, Kathy, our PR officer, will be driving that one.
Oh, and what are they, that car? What's the
We are
reason for that
again
car?
going through and checking that
My
everything has been
goodness.
set up in accordance with the plan,
okay.
and actioning anything that the safety delegate has deemed needs actioning. Generally speaking, by that point, hopefully, you've caught everything.
Yeah, that's it.
But it's multiple layers of checking, double checking. And as I say, the first safety car goes through and says to some spectators, you shouldn't be stood on the outside of that corner.
Yeah.
And radios back to the next safety car and says, we've told these spectators not to stand on the outside that corner. You can guarantee that by the time the next safety car comes through, they'll be back in their favourite viewing point.
But the risk is if people don't do as they're told, then at some point someone's going to say we can't run the stage.
Yes.
Until proper action's been taken.
Absolutely.
So it's everyone's here to watch cars. So please do what the marshals and the officials tell you.
Absolutely.
So go on. There's one more car. I
One
believe.
more. That's the 0 car.
0 car. That's the one everyone gets excited about.
It does, yeah. It can be an ordinary road car. It can be a competition car, but it should proceed through the stage at a slightly higher speed. It's your warning as a spectator that it's about to get real.
Yeah.
The next car after that is going to be the fastest car potentially in the rally, and it will not be holding back. So you do not mess around.
Yeah, and is that literally their role is to go through as a warning to let everybody know?
They will go through.
They don't have any other
70% speed. Again, they are equipped with a radio. They're equipped with a copy of the safety plan. They'll be checking that everything is right at the stage start, but they won't be checking for signage and checking as they go through. If the 0 car has to stop, there's a real problem.
Wow,
They should be there just as a warning.
Brilliant. So then the 0 car goes through, and then all of a sudden it's action, isn't it?
It's action.
The first
car number one.
Car number one.
Rallies are seeded in order of potentially fastest car first.
Fastest car first, me and my Mini last. That's what I'm hoping anyway.
Yeah, there is a car at the end.
Exactly. So as to say, once the last car goes through, there's
the sweeper.
Yeah, which is
that is an ordinary road car. Their job is to note any issues that have occurred during the stage. So maybe someone's hit a bank and pulled some dirt out onto the road. Maybe there are spectators that have migrated to a place they shouldn't be. Maybe there are cars that have broken down in stage, and they can talk to them and find information to pass it on to the finish, who can radio it through to rally control, radio it back to the stage commander. They make decisions on whether they need recovering or whether the car's in a safe position.
Yeah. I mean, that's what I find from, obviously competing myself, where we're always at the back. We see an awful lot of carnage. We see chicanes smashed and tape sort of streaming all over the road, and great big clumps of mud everywhere. We know there's an awful lot to clear up after a stage. So is that their job? That literally they'll stop and fix it, or
they won't stop and fix. They may stop and fix small things, like there's a bit of tape that needs adjusting. They can deal with it, but it's not their role to stop and fix things. It's just to advise.
Okay.
Their role is to sweep up the rear and just collect information.
So once they've gone through and they've radioed back, then I'm guessing someone comes through to put things back together again.
Between each stage we'll have a bit of downtime where officials can go in, make repairs,
do we have-
marshals can go and make
okay,
repairs.
we don't have a crew in like a truck that follows to put stuff back together again then?
No, there are equipment vans that are on hand throughout the day to deliver supplies, action repairs if need be, but they don't follow through as part of the train. They're just floating around to be used as necessary.
But if a car goes off, ends up in a ditch or whatever, then I'll guess
there's a recovery unit that'll be sent in.
Another team. So do we have a specific team?
Yeah, we have a Motorsport UK recovery unit who are specialised in doing motorsport recoveries, and we also have the large crane unit from Stag Lane Motors.
Oh, nice.
Which proves very useful if there are cars in awkward places. Just pick them up and get them out of there.
Yeah, brilliant. Worst case scenario, if there's an incident and someone gets hurt, I'm guessing that we've got medical.
We do. There's a Motorsport UK rescue unit at the stage start. Again, ready to go. That's an ambulance that's equipped with all of the tools that you might need to first respond to an incident. There's a Motorsport UK registered paramedic. And she is also acting as the chief medical officer for the event, and she will attend the scene and make a decision on what needs to happen next. Be that calling the reserve ambulance that we have on standby if someone needs to transfer to hospital. We do not want to call 999.
No.
The island's emergency services are under enough pressure as it is.
So we're looking after ourselves effectively.
Exactly.
I mean, now you've gone through that entire list of support people from beginning to end. I'd hate to think how many, let alone marshals, how many people are involved in making this event happen.
There are well over 100 people on the ground on the stage.
And this has that whole system that you said has to happen before and after every stage.
Yeah,
so we have 4 in one direction, 4 in the other, and each time.
We run them in pairs, so the 2 pairs, first thing in the morning we'll run the whole safety car train before and after the pair, and just the 0 and the sweeper will go through in between.
Okay, got you.
In theory, not a lot should change between those.
Yeah.
Between the pairs of stages in the morning, we've got a bit of downtime so we can address any issues, make any repairs, recover any cars, and hopefully stick to the schedule.
Brilliant.
And the same in the afternoon.
Well, I just think it's really interesting and informative that everybody that comes to watch the event or is in any way interested in it knows how much work is going on in the background to make this event happen. And I say, without marshals and people that help run it, it's not going to happen. So if you can help in any way, please visit the Isle of Wight Car Club website, which is www.iowcc.co.uk, and on there you'll find a bit that says about marshals. Please visit them. You can register, become a marshal, and if you really want to get involved later on, you can become an official as well. And say, without your support, these events wouldn't happen. So thank you very much, gentlemen. I really appreciate your support.
Thank you.
The next episode is all about being a spectator. Now you know what's happening. We're going to tell you where you can spectate, how to spectate. I know that sounds like a really silly thing, but yeah, there are ways to spectate, and more importantly, how to spectate safely. So until next time, see you later.